If you're interested in investment and passive income, basically, this is something that's going to totally blow your mind. It is a business opportunity, so I just want to say that up front. This is nothing like, hey, I'm going to show you something and then you got to go do it on your own type thing, and it's like you're on an island all alone and you got no help or no assistance, nothing like that. It's a system, guys, so everything is done for you, and money makes money. That's basically what we're going to talk about here in this video. So if you can see on my screen, I've got average dividends. Okay, so why I want to talk about the S&P 500, the big, huge billion-dollar companies out there, is because we need to think about profits and average yields for the average person that's out there, that's investing on their own, and they're not going to their local bank there, and they're not setting up a portfolio. They're trying to do it on their own. Okay, so you can see here, Google, what Google's doing is taking data across the internet, and it's telling us what most websites are saying. So most people are saying that with these Fortune 500, S&P 500 index companies, that they're getting about 2% to 5% per quarterly. Okay, so if you don't know what a quarterly is, there's 4 quarterlies in a year, and they're getting 2 to 5% 4 times a year on average from these big, huge billion-dollar companies, type thing there. So what if I could show you I've invested about $200 and something thousand in a business, and I'm making about 120% profits per year without the concept of compounding. Okay, if I was to go and not withdraw my earnings and just compound my earnings, I'd be making somewhere around 250 to 300% profits per year. And this is nothing like holding cryptocurrencies or getting involved with the stock market and holding some stocks and building a portfolio that way, where the risk to reward ratio, if you're a novice out there, is just like you can't even make a living off it, kind of thing like that. What if I was to show you that for about 5 years now, and about 2 years for me, I've been making at least 120% per year on average, and if I was to compound, about 250 to 300% profits per year with extreme minimal risk. Risk to reward ratio is around the low 90s is the reward ratio, so around 10% or so is a risk ratio for what I'm going to show you here. If I was to hear something like that, I would think, what, this Andrew guy sounds like he's bullshitting, and he's just talking about something that's too good to be true. So if I wanted to go and look into the risk management, as I was saying there, with what I'm going to show you here, we'll just pop over here. These are their trades. It deals with the Forex market, is the business opportunity that I'm going to show you here. And why I say business opportunity is because you can also have the opportunity to promote, like I'm doing. The whole purpose of making this video is a promotional tool. And that's basically why it's a, I would say business opportunity, and not just straight up, hey, this could be personal investment for you. You can see here, guys, that this company deals with the Forex market, which is a currency trade. So it's as you can see here, US dollar against the Canadian dollar. That trade alone made $57,750. The next trade down there is a USD against the Japanese yen, so JPY. That made us, this is profits, guys, $79,734. And then we'll go down here, we'll find a trade that had a loss, because this is real life. So you can see here, this euro against the USD, this trade here had a loss, guys, of $19,140 there. And yeah, guys, I could, this is 5 years of data from the company that you're going to see here shortly. And I could scroll down this page. It would take me hours, as you can see over here. If you focus over in this area here, and you come down, you can see how slow that marker is moving down the screen there, right? So we've got, roughly almost about 5 years of data here. And what I'm going to do now is I'll just go down to the bottom of the page here, because you can actually see the monthly profits for the since 2018, since the start of 2018 there. So this should give you enough confidence if you've ever had doubt in investing and earning online passively through a system that you could also sell as well. Look at this, guys. February 2018 there, 32%. So you can see here, and I want to talk about something that is going to be obvious by the time I get to the bottom of the page here, that, if you've ever traded in the past, or you've ever done something where you're making profit and it's not like a Ponzi scheme where you're making the same amount of profit every single day, and if they had a graph of earnings, it would just go straight across the page until it failed. With a Ponzi structure there, you'll know that profitability and risk ratio margins, when you're first starting off with something, with investing, your first year, months, whatever type thing, is going to be all over. You can see here their first month of profit with this opportunity here was 32.25%. And then you can see here 5 months later, guys, they had a 10.37% month. So right here, guys, in all honesty, if this data was showed to me, as in like someone saying, hey, I want to show you something where you can make a lot of money, and if I saw this, I probably wouldn't join, just because the risk ratio here is high, right? It's very high. It's, if you're making 32% and then 5 months later you have a month that's 10%, it means that they're figuring things out, and the risk ratio for myself personally, for me to invest, is too high. First off, that's their first year of data. That's not enough data for me to make a decision off. If I was to see it within the first year, and that risk ratio is too high for me, right? So, but look at this now. If we go down here, 4 years later, you can see there, guys, I want to show you the date as of now, and we're actually going to go into my account, and I'll show you the past trading over this year, because you can see here this just goes to February 2022, and actually right now it's October 2022. So I'll show you the rest of the data. They're actually live inside my account, where I have two accounts, and this account has over $100,000 in it invested. So you can see here, guys, this trading data here it's averaged out, right? They've found a sweet spot of averages where this is really good if you're interested in investing, and you're interested in passive investing, meaning living off your investment profits, basically. Like, for instance, I pay my mortgage through these profits. I pay for 2 car payments through these profits. If I go to the store and buy groceries, I pay for those groceries with these profits here. So as an investor like myself, this is more along the lines of what I want to see, is averages are closer together month after month. So I know that, okay, if I look at the last 5 years of data, and I'm getting, say, 11 to 13% averages per month based upon 5 years of data, that I know, hey, if I was to invest $50,000, $100,000, or just, $100 or whatever, I know the profitability and that average percentage per month, I could calculate that very, very simply. Okay. So we're going to actually go into my account here, guys, and you can see this. In this account here, I've got a $51,000 investment in the Forex there, and I've just split them up. It's a little over 100K in this account here, and I've got another $51,000 investment there. Okay, so we can see here that this chart goes back to 2019, the last month in 2019 there, and we saw that this chart here ends at 2022. So this is the chart that gets daily updates to it. Like, for instance, last Friday's earnings was 0.63% within that day. So for me, I have a little over 200,000 invested, or sorry, just under 200,000 invested in the Forex market investment through this website here, which is called S Group. That made me roughly around $1,200 in my currency, which is Canadian currency, which was around $900 USD for that day. So pretty amazing. This thing can totally change your life. And yeah, guys, it's pretty awesome to finally come along and find something like this. Guys, I've been searching, making money online full time now for about 13 years, since 2009 is when I started. And honestly, this is the first thing that I feel comfortable about, investing large amounts of funds. We'll actually log into my other account here, which is in my wife's name. And I'll show you guys my other account, which has about $83,000 in it.